everyone, and welcome to another edition of Cinema Circle, the show where we talk and review all your favorite movies spewing out of Hollywood. A show for the fans, by the fans. I'm your host for today, Zander Francis, and with me is the great Mr. Scenario Shaquille VonJevy.
Yeah, what's up, man?
How you doing?
I'm good.
Good. And this is Mr. Steven Laporta.
Hey.
Good to have you back.
Thanks.
Okay, today, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Out of the Shadows. That is our assignment. Here is our opinion. Let's start off with the good. Who wants to start?
I think the Turtles right off the bat is probably the best part of this movie.
Turtle time. That's what I call it. Screen time for the Turtles.
Right off from the jump.
It's amazing that we got what we wanted. Mm-hmm. What I felt I didn't get from the first one.
They
limited screen time.
A lot of the issues of the first movie, you could tell that they paid attention and altered it for this movie. Mm-hmm. People wanted less April, more Turtles.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
You got that. Yeah. Right? More scenes like the elevator scene in the first one.
Right, the camaraderie, family.
Did we see an elevator type scene in there?
I thought it was more distributed, kind of across the film, as opposed to one big moment.
Okay, yeah. Because because the rest in the first one, the movie was less than what we thought it was going to be, or less than what I thought it was going to be, and then so that elevator scene really stuck out for me. So in this one, there wasn't an elevator scene in this one for me, but that's probably just because the rest of the movie worked better than the first one.
I agree. Right from the get-go, I started having a good time. I just let it take me. You know, even a lot of the
accepted it for what it was.
There was that, and then it even started to remind me of, moments from the first and the second one, of humor, especially where it's like the first time you see it, it's not really funny, but then it's like the second time, it's like, okay, I've accepted this, right? And I kind of laughed. I thought the humor in this one was a little taken down. Because I thought the first one was a little too obvious for me. A lot of the jokes, like too much hammering for me. Yeah. On me. But it had the opposite effect. I enjoyed it way more the second time. Yeah. So it depends on the person. I suppose.
I think that's what this movie is. It honestly depends on the person and what you're looking for when you're watching a type of movie like this. I think kids are gonna definitely love this movie. I think this is definitely a movie for children, for kids, or the kid inside somebody. Right. What I really liked about this movie though was they showed the turtle. They showed the personalities of each turtle, and I like that because they are all different, and no turtle was the same. And that's why I liked it. They're brothers, but it shows that they're kind of dysfunctional and they're trying to work it out and whatever. And I like that because I'm like, okay, I can connect with this guy's personality or that one's personality or whatever. So I kind of like the dynamic of them and how they function together.
In the writing, I think that was a big plus. I thought, like we just started it, the Turtles. It was very engaging to me. I cared for them. This time I cared for them more.
Another thing that I like, Stephen Amell, I think he's a great actor. I watched him in Arrow, right? And I thought that he was
Casey.
Good at this. Yeah, okay. Casey. I thought that he was... I like him as an actor, and I thought he did well in this movie as an actor. I don't necessarily know if that was Casey, right? I don't know if I got the Casey vibe from him.
We'll get to that.
But
is that us moving into the bad?
Yeah. You know what? Okay, because I did want to comment on him and say that he was a good actor, and I do want to comment on Megan Fox as well, because I do think that she's a good actor as well. I do. So, but there's also bad elements, right? So I just want to skim and just say, they're good, right? They're good, but then there's so much more to say about it. So and Tyler Perry, I thought that he was good.
Yeah, he was good.
So
wonderful.
Yeah, I thought
so cartoony with the laughs.
Yeah, with the he did
over the top.
Yeah.
Even though he was a low-key scientist, he was over the top. I just enjoyed it a lot.
And that's different for, every time I think of Tyler Perry being in a movie, I'm always like, no, why? Right? Because he has he kind of has his own lane. And every time I see him in a movie or hear that he's going to be in a movie, I'm not looking forward to it. But every time he always impresses me. So I'm like, okay, I think with this movie being in such a cartoony movie like Ninja Turtles and being able to pull it off, seeing where I know where he's coming from, I watched a lot of his work. I'm like, okay, you know what? If you were cast in something else, I'm not gonna cringe. You know what I mean? Like, I'm on board with you as an actor now. So that's what he did for me.
Interesting. Yeah. As it was a cartoon, I just want to say it was supercharged pacing.
Yeah.
This movie, right from the opening, is just like this. Yeah. And I know story is sacrificed. There's a lot of holes, like we said, but it doesn't slow down. No. I don't remember a point where I'm like, yeah, I'm just waiting for it to end. It was really quick and turtle-filled. Turtle-filled. Those are the two things that were like, okay.
It's one of those movies where the title is Turtles. Yeah. And they give you turtles.
Turtles, exactly. Moving on. This is the bad. I'm going to start this because I'm pissed off. Oh. What the hell was Shredder? Where was he? Yeah. Was he even in this? Other than the name?
Yeah, I don't know. I agree, 100%. I was not feeling the villains in this at all.
It's like he borrowed, and the costume he was wearing, like just marching around in for the whole movie.
But was he even
borrowed from Hugh Jackman from the 2000 feature X-Men? Wow. Like, I mean, come on, man.
And then what do you guys think of that Shredder fight scene?
What, the one that wasn't there?
Yeah, because I'm like, did I miss something? Because
like, did he go to the can?
Yeah, I'm like, what are you talking about?
The lack thereof.
Yeah. No, I agree.
The one that happened in my head, it was amazing.
I didn't think. Okay, and here's just on the topic of fighting and fight scenes and whatever. Maybe you guys could tell me if I missed it or not. But where was the usage of their weapons? That's what I've always.
Low. It was low.
I was always
a lot
fan.
Of Donnie, a lot of Donnie, and a lot of Mikey just swinging.
But yeah, that's it. They're just showing. Yeah, we have it here.
Raph was just like,
I have my sword here. I have my whatever things here. Yeah. Like, but they're not using them, and there was no in Spirit of Kiki SB, there was no hand-to-hand combat with those weapons.
Yeah. Like, maybe it was the same thing that happened to the original.
Go back to 91.
Back in 91.
1990, the first feature, dark as hell. Okay? Parents were up in arms. When the sequel came out, the studio said, remove the weapons practically. He was just some average height Asian man. He didn't have a presence, didn't have a voice. The first one had, the EQ on his voice in the first one was like,
Yeah.
He beat his own guys in the first one. You know what I mean?
In the first one, he was kind of like the ultimate Shredder, and then in this one, it's kind of like he shrunk into
the
regular Shredder before he
goes. He touched the ooze. He touched it. It's supposed to be Super Shredder in this one. What, they just totally forgot about that plot point? Anyway, I'm sorry.
They're busy inserting Casey Jones.
Oh, here's the other thing. You know the one time where his arm blades appear?
Which were kind of cool. You notice how it was like a shield?
They were sick,
and then it flipped around.
They were sick, right? When they were there for that 20 seconds.
Yeah, for that fight scene.
You know what he uses that for in that fight scene? He scrapes Baxter Stockman's desk and then puts it away.
Whack. I wasn't feeling April in it, although Megan Fox, I thought she did well, but just not as
pretty much April. All the humans have a problem in this movie.
Yeah, I didn't like what they did with Vern. What's his name?
Yeah,
I didn't like
Falcon.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I didn't like that plot. I didn't like his story. I did not like his character at all in this one. And then Casey, I don't know Casey to be like that. Like, I don't know.
That was like,
that was pretty watered down. Next Casey. One, Casey Jones, huge misfire. Yeah. Shredder and Casey Jones. Those are my two huge.
The other ones I could look over, but those two are pretty.
They're
bad.
two of my favorite characters in
anything.
There
was no golf bag.
The golf bag of goodies. Hockey. Yeah,
it makes no sense.
It was weird. He didn't even look like Casey.
That mask was ridiculous. Yeah, I didn't like it.
Shaved head.
The shaved head, dude. Grow your hair. You look too Hollywood, too pretty boy. Yeah. Grow your hair.
Well, let's just
and get the bat and get the hockey stick and fill that golf bag up and let's get going here.
Let's just hope that that's just like there's room
for character development. Origin story of him. Yeah, first time he's done it. Yeah, maybe.
You know what I mean? So let's just hope for that. But
big mask problem, guys. Here we got Casey Jones's mask and Shredder's mask. Both of which share the fact that they're not even there. Because after freaking the guy wears it, Casey wears it, it's gone. Anyway, go on.
Bebop and Rocksteady. I know these guys. I know those guys. I know you guys like them. I didn't like them.
You didn't like them?
I did not like them.
Go ahead.
Tell
me why.
I think it was because they were a little bit too. I think it was just too much cartoon for me that was going on. Yeah,
fair enough.
Because the rest of the movie's already cartoonish, and then you add them, and they were like super cartoony.
They were out there, yeah.
So I think that's why I couldn't really connect with them, and they were kind of like cheesy to me in a sense.
They seem so powerful though. You could have cut out the Krang and just have them and Shredder as the bad guys, because them being added on was probably enough. You don't need the whole Krang thing.
Because the Krang, I was not feeling Krang from when the moment he got on screen. I was like, really? I didn't like it. I wasn't feeling it. The end, like they even tried to add a little bit of humor with him, and I wasn't feeling it. Yeah, and I honestly felt like that way about some of the comedy in this movie, like with Mikey. As much as I really like Mikey, and everybody loves Mikey, right? There's not a people.
He's probably the most forced.
He was so forced. It wasn't natural.
I'll agree with you.
And that's the thing. I need natural comedy. If you're trying to force it, then it's just not gonna sit well with people. It might sit well with kids, but then you also have the people who are coming from back when with it, right? And that's me. So like that nostalgia or whatever. Watching this movie, I did not feel that nostalgia feeling that I should feel when I'm watching something that was watching when I was a kid. Like, although I do agree that it was very cartoony, and they did kind of stay true to that cartoon feel of it. So it's like it just depends on how it sits with you.
Exactly. It's huge.
Yeah.
For this film, I think that's huge.
I can't see myself watching this movie 10 years from now and loving it. Like, I can watch the old first one, right? And I can still watch that, and it holds up for me. Right? I can watch it and be like, yes, man, like this is the one. But when I watch these new ones, I'm like, they're forgettable. They're not. I don't even think kids watching it now can, when they 20 years from now, go back and watch this one. You know what I mean? Like, it just does not hold up for me. I'm calling it right now.
No, I definitely hear where you're coming from. Yeah. As much as this one greatly improved in a lot of areas that we as fans wanted and we were listened to, right? We definitely feel that they dropped the ball on two major characters. I loved a lot of aspects, and
look
6. I got to do it, man.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I got it.
Where are you going?
It was entertaining. I kind of took it for what it was, but at the end of the day, it's not like they're ripping my childhood away from me when it comes to the Turtles, and I don't appreciate that. And I think that they can find a way to make it be better than what it is. And you guys dropped the ball hard. So I'm gonna go with Kiki's rating, and I'm gonna give you a 5. Sorry.
I'm going 5.5. All right, I was kind of leaning towards 6. I was kind of leaning towards 5. I thought it was way better than the first one. Characters, like, you watch it for the Turtles, and the Turtles were great in it. So that was a big plus. There's some big problems, but I kind of knew that going in, even just by the trailer and stuff like that. So I kind of accepted it for what it was. Yeah, 5.5. There it is.
Okay, from everyone here at Cinema Circle, we are saying goodbye. If anybody has any questions or wants to say hello, you can email us at cinemacircle1@gmail.com. And any of the fanciness.
You can also follow us on Twitter at cinema_circle. And yeah.
All right.
From everyone here at Cinema Circle, stay blessed and always keep it 100.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Also click like, share, and subscribe.